Pain is something that we all experience at some level, at some point in our lives. Up until 2019, it was never really defined as its own pathology. It was always associated with something else. So people assumed that if they cured your backache, you would no longer have the pain. We now accept that pain itself is a condition. I think the problem is that you can't see someone's experience of pain. So internally, someone might be battling things, but without the research itself, we're not able to sort of define what pain is and to find new cures. The goals of the research were essentially to try to get down into the mechanistic details of how early life experience can change how an adult responds to or processes pain. When you're born, your body is primed to learn from your environment, to be able to adapt to it. This makes you much more vulnerable to harm. If you have an injury, or what we call an early life adversity, this can be physical, this can be emotional, this can be stress. You are, for the rest of your life, going to be affected in terms of your cognitive development, how your brain develops, your susceptibility to chronic pain. If we say an infant is receiving a painful input on its own, what does that do to how they're going to experience pain later on? Once we start to understand what is leading to these lifelong changes, we can then seek to prevent those changes from happening, as opposed to only looking in the adult and trying to cure a whole load of different types of pain. We can start at the beginning. I have collaborated with Lorenzo Fabrizi. We look into how the brain connects over development to lead to the perception of pain. We are then modeling this in animals using electrophysiology to see how information is processed across the lifespan. I hope that this kind of research will then lead to people being able to spot these potentially vulnerable moments in children and prevent them from ever increasing their risk of developing chronic pain later on.